is the KAD rear anti-roll bar for the mini track car, for the golf car. Now this is a 3/4 bar. The one you want for a road car is the 5/8 diameter. This is 3/4. This is obviously too strong for a road car, because this is only track. This is the way to go. Apparently they even do a bigger one, but I thought this one would probably be enough. So basically what you get in the kit is a basic set of instructions. There's really not a lot to put in this on, and I think it's been done a few times on YouTube, but I'll put it up again anyway. And I'm obviously lucky because I've got a 4-post ramp, so it makes it extremely easy for me to do it. And incidentally, that's why I bought the 4-poster ramp, because I didn't want to be going down on the floor when I was this age, 67 years old, and trying to get the arms lined up on a 2-poster. So you can see it's pretty basic, there's not a lot to it. And this is the kit that you get with it. So these are the arms for the back plates, and then these 2 rose jointed ends. These are the ones that actually go onto the subframe. Get them all out. So these are the 2 that go on the subframe. So obviously they clamp round this bar here. So the way to do it, from what I've seen, is to get this positioned up, get these on, get these positioned up, and then use vice grips or whatever to clamp these to mark the holes where they need to be drilled on the subframe. So they're on the kind of 30-degree angle on the subframe, which I'll show you. These are the 2 drop arms, and from my understanding of this, these rose joints should be as perpendicular or as horizontal as you can get it. Won't always be the case because it depends on where the suspension is. And then these are the blades that go on the end like that, and then they're attached to here, and you've got obviously 3 different levels you can have it on. So what I'll do is I'll do a video on this and show how it all goes on. So it's pretty basic, won't take long because it's on the ramp, and you can let me know what you think. But as I said, this is the 3/4 bar, which is much too big for a road car. It would be too what's the word I could say, too stiff, I think, for a road car. So the 5/8 is the one to go for. So I'll bring you back when I bring the mini round. Okay, so I've put the brackets on here, you can see, and they're nicely in line with each other. So basically what you've got to do is put the bar in, use a set of mole grips and clamp the plates on, and you can then mark the bottom holes, or center punch them at least, and then you have to take the bar out, because unfortunately you can see where the bar goes, you can't get to the 2 top ones. Yeah, like sorry, I'll just put this on like that, and maybe it'll work. Hang on, get this light right. So you can get to these 2, but you can see this bar holder's further up, and these 2 are covered by the bar. So when the bar's in there, you can't get to them. So this is what I've done. I've put these 2 first, and the same on this side here. And now I've got to drill these 2 holes. I've already done these 2, as you can see there. But there's a few steps that you need to do. One of the things they say is to try and make these rose joints as straight as you possibly can, depending on where you put them, you know, whether it's at the bottom or the middle or the top, which the top is going to be the most torsion. Now, if you look at this bar and the blades on it, this bar is not for road cars. This is a 3/4 inch bar, and what you need for the road cars is a 5/8. I believe there's an even bigger one because of 13-inch or bigger power, but I thought this would probably be good enough for what I need. So it's really important that, yeah, you know, you get this lined up. You can see it's perfectly in line there with the subframe. I mean, you know, depending on how good or bad the subframe is and how it was welded, it might not be absolutely perfect, but it should fit on well enough. And you can see the back plates are on there. I'll try and you can see how the back plates are there. One of the most important things with this is you can see where this one is here. You can see there's that that bracket there for the handbrake, cable. Now it comes with an extra thicker washer for the front one, so the one up there, if you like, and that has to have a washer in between the arm and the back plate, otherwise it won't sit straight. So these are the kind of most important things on there, and it's been done on this side as well. So what I can do now is I'll drill these two off of the bar up, and then I'll just quickly show you what it looks like. I mean, obviously on a ramp it's an absolute doddle. It's easy money, and it's easy enough to do on a set of ramps, but obviously you're pushing up with a drill and you're lying on your back, whereas with here it's the only issue is this one here. You see this this bar, or this piece on the subframe, in fact it's chipping away where I've knocked it up. That actually gets in the way, that little tongue. But this piece that we made for the center exhaust, you can see we made that angle iron bracket there with these two bobbins on it, and it fits perfectly in between, so that's really handy. So I'll show you what it's like when it's bolted up. Okay, so you can see it's on loose there now, but what should happen is when you got these rose joints in the right position, I haven't actually put the locking nut on them yet, but you can see here you shouldn't have to force this arm up or down or move this. If that bolt, you can see there's a spacer on the back there, if that bolt won't line up with there and easily go in, it's not correct. So if you're having to go this at an angle like this or whatever, then you need to change this, move this rose joint here, and you can see there that fits literally on the money, and it goes all the way home. If you're having to ram that home, it means you're already pre-putting tension on that. And you can see when I put this up that it fits right on the money, no problems at all. So in fact I'll just pop them on if I can with one hand. Let me just get this washer on. No. There we go. Get this one on. Excuse my bad filming. I mean, there really should be lock nuts on there. Oh, sorry, nylocks. Anyway, so there we go. That's it on. So there's really not a lot to it. It's a couple of little tricks. Really not a lot to it. Some people said, oh, you can do it with the brakes in place, but to be honest, that's nonsense. It's a 30-second job to take the brake shoes off, so why wouldn't you? And then you can get to them properly. You know, trying to get something in between the brake shoe, I don't see why you'd bother with it. I mean, these are all brand new, obviously, so. But yeah, it's quicker just to take the shoes off. It's only a couple of springs, 10 second, 15, 20 second job, whatever. And then you can really get to these Allen keys really well. And that's it. There ain't a lot to it. So what we'll do is we'll try it in this position. If it feels it needs more, I can go up to the middle or right to the end, which will be the stiffest amount. And as I said, this is a 3/4 inch, but this is only for track or track cars, mostly track. The 5/8 is the one you want for a road car, otherwise it will be far too stiff. Anyway, so there we go. To be honest, if you want to see a really good video on it, go to Stevenson's Motor Company. He goes through it bit by bit with all the little tips and all the rest of it. I watch some of his stuff. I like some of the stuff that he does. Unfortunately, I tend to find with Americans that they think they invented the Mini. These guys that are into it, like Gillard Racing and the Stevenson Motor Company and a few other people, they kind of believe that they've reinvented the wheel when it comes to the Mini, and they really haven't. They're selling stuff that belongs to other companies in the UK and passing it off as their own. Jet Minis as well as another one. You know, they try and pretend that some of this stuff is their performance stuff, and it is not. Some things might be, but most of it generally isn't. It's MED or KAD or whatever. So if you want to go to the specialist, you really have to go to the UK to get like KAD, yeah, and all the other people, MED and all the other specialists for minis, because this is where minis are. Anyway, on that note, they're absolutely doddle with a ramp. It's probably tops 45-minute job, and drilling the holes is the hardest bit, to be honest. Very easy to put on, and I'm sure it's going to give us a lot less roll on the corners, and we'll find out when we take it to the track. And on that note, stay safe, keep the faith, enjoy your hobby, and we'll catch you in the next one. Take care.